Over the years, we know that people have been hosting concerts. We see it all over. In fact, those that we were not even able to attend, we see them online. We watch videos, we see photos all over. But this particular one, that is the Shattafest. It is an event that all over the world, if it should contest or if it should compete with any other event, I'm not sure they will be able to beat it. And this one, seeing is believing. It is not just mouth. We are not just professing it, or we are not just claiming it. The works are there for everybody to see. There are videos, there are photos, and it is online. They are not hidden. Over 600,000 gathered for an event. Tell me, which event recorded such? You can play your shows at the stadium. We know the capacity of the stadiums. You can play your show at the whatever arena. Of course, we know the capacity of the arena. But you see what we did at the Independence Square last year? And I'm sure when you see the videos, you yourself, you'll not believe it. Like you ask yourself, how? What is happening? Like people came out in these numbers for just one person? How? I know you'll be surprised. I know you won't believe it. I know you come across like, was this made up of or what? Because I remember, after the event, I put out a press statement that from calculations at the event square meters, the people on the streets, in fact, all the 3 streets available, the one to Osu, the one to Accra, the one to the stadium, all those spaces covered with knowledge from people who understand geography and all those calculations. There were some people who still even felt like, moody agro. But then, after challenge upon challenge, people doing their own calculations, nobody could do less than 600,000, as we mentioned. Nobody, you couldn't.
Ride or drive with Shaxi. Download the Shaxi ride-hailing app and sign up as a driver or rider. Get Shaxi today from the Google Play and Apple App Store today.
Well, so waking up to this story alone tells me that this week is going to be a special week, because the week has started with only positive feelings. Now, what am I saying? Now, I was aware that we were all waiting for that news from IRAWMA Awards, that is the International Reggae and World Music Awards. We were waiting for that information. And as a matter of fact, we were so sure that out of the 3 nominations that Shatta had in the award scheme, definitely when the award is said and done, we were going to sweep all. I was so hopeful because I was so sure that, okay, beyond everything, Shatta in that scheme has won several times. This is not the first one. Shatta has been a consistent winner in the IRAWMA. So I was so sure that this year it is not going to be anything different. But then, when I woke up and I saw a report on Hashim's Facebook timeline, and he said, okay, we won 2 out of the 3, I still raised my hands and I said, hallelujah, praise the Lord. Because this is an internationally recognized award. We don't know board members. We don't know academy members. We don't know organizers. All we know is that some people all the way from America, the world over, Jamaica, in fact, everywhere that reggae and dancehall music is concerned, these people have come together, sit down with their board, their academy, their publics, and everything that you can think about, decided to honor world best, world greats, and Shatta name was in there. This is a big deal. In fact, I've seen many people already in jubilations online Shatta movement people already showing signs of excitement, showing signs of happiness with various posts that I've seen online. It tells us that, yeah, this week is actually going to be one of the best weeks for us because we are celebrating back to back, back to back, back to back. The constant releases, the wins here and there, and all. Now, let's look at the areas once again. And I'm sure I'll be reading something from Hashim's timeline. Then I'll tell you why these wins should not be a thing to joke with. Because I know, like in Africa, if you are talking about dancehall, if you are talking about the people who really make it rain in the area of dancehall and reggae, nobody comes close. Nobody. Like all over Africa. So Hashim penned down these words some 5 hours ago, as of the time I was reading this. Then he said, congrats to Shatta Wale. Then he tagged Charles Nyama-Mensah, who won 2 awards. That is the best African dancehall entertainer. And you see this title, the best African dancehall entertainer. It is not a small title, and nobody should joke with this. In Africa, some years ago, or even now, mention Africa and many people who follow music will come across like, oh, it is Afrobeat, Afrobeat, Afrobeat. Thanks to our Nigerian brothers. Of course, we give them that credit. When we made the Afrobeat thing happen, they marketed it. They took it international. They really injected funds into it, and Afrobeat became a world phenomenon. Now, to go to the extent of beating everybody in Africa for reggae and dancehall, and it is Shatta Wale. That should tell you that the gentleman has worked hard, and therefore his recognition goes beyond the Ghana that gave birth to him. It is the whole of Africa. You can come with your Afrobeat, you can come with your Amapiano, you can come with your everything. When we talk about Africa, dancehall, he is numero uno, number one. And this is not a mean achievement. Because I know for some time, almost every musician in Africa wanted to be seen as Afrobeat artists. And that's a fact. When the Burna Boy, the Wizkids, the Davidos, and the rest of them, when they started filling venues all over the world, you ask any African artist and they would want to be recognized as Afrobeat artists because, yeah, that was what was selling. Nothing was selling. But someone like Shatta Wale believed in the dancehall thing. He believed in his Shatta music thing. And it's the reason when Vybz Kartel came out of jail, he recognized him, gave him the accolade, like, yeah, that's the guy. He is the African dancehall king. And of course, he took inspiration from Jamaica, Vybz Kartel to be specific. So that particular award is like a Shatta Wale birthright in Africa. No matter who you are, no matter the capital injection into your career, no matter what, Shatta Wale is that guy with that recognition. It is the reason when you go on Apple Music, even in recent times, they also started recognizing African dancehall. Because all this one, they did not even have any category for African dancehall. They did not, because they never cared. But then when Vybz Kartel re-emergence started, they realized that, Charlie, dancehall is on the rise again. Like the rise and rise of dancehall, it is happening again. Well, world over, it is happening for Vybz Kartel. Then in Africa, a young man called Shatta Wale was also making it happen. They had no excuse. They had no choice than to give it a category. And it is the reason that category came about, and there is the African dancehall. And who is the face of this? Obviously, Shatta Wale. His name comes first and nothing else, and nobody else as well. So that category, to me, it is a big deal for me. That win is a big win for me, and it's something that I'll always be proud about. It is something that I'll always be happy to shout and say that Shatta Wale's work hard. Shatta Wale's hard work did not go unrecognized or unnoticed. The world over, almost everybody who knows something called dancehall is calling Shatta Wale's name, and therefore he deserves all the applause. He deserves all the praises. He needs to be celebrated. In fact, beyond our borders, he needs that celebration, and you have to clock it down. So we talk about the next one. Now, he says that the best Africa dancehall entertainer and concert of the year, that is Shattafest. at the 43rd Annual International Reggae and World Music Awards. That is the IRAWMA. That is the full name. International Reggae and World Music Awards in Florida, USA. So this event happened in Florida, USA over the weekend. It was 17th May. In fact, it was an event I even wanted to attend, but I'm sure based on other plans that we are also putting in place, which very soon will be coming out to talk about them, we had to let our rep in America. I keep telling you, Shatta movement, we have secured the land all over the world. Everywhere you go to, there is a Shatta movement person there. So far away in America, in Jamaica, London, everywhere, you would have Shatta movement reps always doing it. Now, let's talk about the next category that we want. That is the concert of the year. Over the years, we know that people have been hosting concerts. We see it all over. In fact, those that we were not even able to attend, we see them online. We watch videos, we see photos all over. But this particular one, that is the Shattafest. It is an event that all over the world, if it should contest or if it should compete with any other event, I'm not sure they will be able to beat it. And this one, seeing is believing. It is not just mouth. We are not just professing it, or we are not just claiming it. The works are there for everybody to see. There are videos, there are photos, and it is online. They are not hidden. Over 600,000 gathered for an event. Tell me, which event recorded such? You can play your shows at the stadium. We know the capacity of the stadiums. You can play your show at the whatever arena. Of course, we know the capacity of the arena. But you see what we did at the Independence Square last year? And I'm sure when you see the videos, you yourself, you'll not believe it. Like you ask yourself, how? What is happening? Like people came out in these numbers for just one person? How? I know you'll be surprised. I know you won't believe it. I know you come across like, was this made up of or what? Because I remember, I went after the event, I put out a press statement that from calculations at the event square meters, the people on the streets, in fact, all the 3 streets available, the one to Osu, the one to Accra, the one to the stadium, all those spaces covered with knowledge from people who understand geography and all those calculations. There were some people who still even felt like, moody agro. But then after challenge upon challenge, people doing their own calculations, nobody could do less than 600,000, as we mentioned. Nobody, you couldn't. Because even if you are to do just the square meters at the Independence Square alone, it was a lot to confirm that indeed what happened there is something that has not been seen before. So when it appeared in the event of the year, it was obvious. Like nobody could beat it. Yes, Shatta performed at the Freedom Street Festival, or Freedom Street concert by Vibes Cartel in Jamaica. We saw other events at the stadiums in UK, in America, and all. We saw all that, but yet the numbers, none could meet and square what we recorded at the Independence Square. So with these 2 categories, I was so sure about it. Like I was 100% sure. That's why I think somewhere last week when I mentioned that we are going to have IRAWMAs, I said, well, even if not all, some 2 categories. I remember I mentioned this, that even if it's not all, some 2 categories there, nobody can beat us. I think the other one was best video. Yes, the one that we could not win. That was best video, I want to believe. And of course, we understand somebody can take it. But you see, these 2 categories, they mean a lot. And like I said, over the years, if you check Shatta Wale's history, you would realize that for IRAWMAs, he has been a consistent winner. In fact, his name has always been mentioned in the categories in IRAWMAs. And the 43rd edition, winning the African Dancehall title, confirms his reign when it comes to African dancehall. No wonder he is called the African Dancehall reggae artist. And of course, out of this, he's about to give you the African Dancehall album, the King of African Dancehall album. So you guys should just wait for it. I'm sure this is even going to confirm and give him the energy to wrap up. I know he has been busy recording here and there, preparing for our Shattafest in London and all the matters surrounding it. And now that this has also been confirmed, another win for the Empire, another win for the disciples. I hope now everybody can go out, jubilate as you can, celebrate as you can, because this is the time. Shatta made a post on his timeline. I'm not too sure who the post was targeted at, but reading it and reading my own meanings into it, and nobody can take that away from me. Reading my own meanings into it, it tells me something. Where Shatta said, "A prophet is never honored in his own hometown." Always remember that. Always remember that. Good morning, SM disciples. Of course. Elsewhere, Shatta is winning awards back to back. Elsewhere, he is not winning just an award within his territory, but within the whole continent of Africa. It is no joke. If it is within Ghana territory, well, understood. But going beyond the whole entire continent, competing and winning back to back, hands down, with no challenger, no competition coming from anybody, it is a big deal. Something that you cannot toy with. It is a big deal. Something that you cannot joke with. And to me, I'm honored. I'm so proud. Because I keep saying that when Shatta wins, the whole empire wins. It is not a win for only him. It is a win for everybody who believes in the ideologies, the philosophies, and the whole movement. Therefore, this particular win, let's chill. This particular win, let's have fun. This particular win, everybody should shout it. Like, be proud of it. Because this is a big win. To Hashim, big shout to you as well. He represented us in Florida where the event happened. And of course, he's telling the world, he's announcing to the world that the win is indeed winning. It is no joke. It is no fluke. It is no AI. It is real. And we have written another history. And anytime we write history like this, it is a moment of pride. It's a moment of celebration. It's a moment of jubilations. And I want to believe, Shatta Movement fans all over, this morning, it is your morning. Wake up or stand up with your chest high and tell the world that we are the African champions when it comes to reggae and dancehall. Nobody beats us. We are numero uno. We are number one. Congratulations to Shatta. Your hard work inspires all of us. In fact, if you work around Shatta and you wake up and you want to be lazy, then it is up to you. You can't be lazy around Shatta because he's an embodiment of hard work. Like, he works like his head no day, a beast when it comes to that area. So his hard work should inspire you to also do enough, to also do a lot. And on this note, we want to say congratulations to him especially. Congratulations to the whole empire. We want to say thank you to the Most High God once again. And again, thanks to the organizers of IRAWMA. To them, real recognizes real. As much as they see you to be doing the work, to be putting in the work, you will sure be recognized. Let's see what this brings. But ahead of us, Shattafest is also in the offing. I'm talking about Shattafest UK. Now, when you are talking Shattafest, you have to be specific. Shattafest UK is also in the offing, and very soon we'll be bringing you some more updates from UK. Yeah, very, very soon. I mean, very, very soon we'll be giving you some more updates in the UK as much as preparations are concerned and more. So wait for it and let's do some more. My name is Sammy Flex. Until then, let's meet again. When we meet, we're out of here. Ta-ta.
No credit set China and common I cost no. I 17 could be no simple. Simple. But coming home. Sammy Flex, my name is team. Na yenko China. The only hand is over to you 35,000. Ya corner why ready so new be best share rumor. O pesa on kwa so enya rumor 38,000. Na audio passport about the Canada. You be make sure say be ni nyina. Ye mao o visa. Ye ticket amount, return tickets. Ya do ko China do aba. You drew a summer hotel. Na ya do watch business is new for 2 weeks. Sika de be ko bia betim da bibi my own yamun show answer also kofa billions bebre bia kakra bia o hia bia no so betim da bibi. Just look sharp, call my team on the number on the screen, or better still call me on 020-8920-996 China on October 22nd.
Ride or drive with Shaxi. Download the Shaxi ride-hailing app and sign up as a driver or rider. Get Shaxi today from the Google Play and Apple App Store today.